Every morning, before the city awoke, James already had. He was an ordinary man, a janitor at a local bank, a loving husband, and a father to a 5-year-old girl named Lily. The morning sun touched the tiny cracks on their apartment wall as James stretched on his bed. His wife, Mary, was already preparing breakfast, just toast and tea, but filled with warmth. At the dining table, little Lily laughed as James tied her shoelaces. They didn't have much, but they had love, and for James, that was enough. After breakfast, he kissed his wife goodbye, held Lily's tiny hand, and walked her to school. Then, like every other day, he headed to the bank where he worked, not as an employee of power, but as the man who kept the place clean. At the bank, James greeted everyone with a smile, from the tellers to the guards. He was known not for his job title, but for his kindness. Even when bills piled up at home, when rent was late, when school fees loomed like a storm, James kept smiling. He believed that one day, something good would come his way. That day came, in the most unexpected way. Around noon, as James was cleaning the hallway leading to the restrooms, a strange man walked in. He wore a black suit, sunglasses, and carried a silver suitcase. He moved fast, avoiding eye contact. James paused for a second. Something about the man felt off. But he brushed it off. After all, he was just a janitor. Why question a customer? Moments later, James entered the restroom to mop the floor. As he was cleaning the mirrors, something caught his attention, a faint glimmer behind the glass. He frowned, tapped it lightly, and to his shock, the mirror moved slightly, revealing a hidden space behind it. Inside, there was a small metallic box, almost glowing under the light. He opened it carefully and froze. Stacks of money. Hundreds, thousands, maybe millions, all in crisp $100 bills. His heart pounded. He looked around. No one was there. Only silence and temptation. He closed the box immediately, hands trembling. His first thought was to tell the manager. But another voice whispered, "You could change your life right now." He couldn't think straight. So he locked the restroom door, replaced the mirror, and walked out as if nothing happened. In the locker room, he sat silently, staring at the floor. He wanted to do what was right, but right never paid his bills. That night, at home, he told Mary everything. She was in disbelief. "James, are you sure?" she whispered. He nodded slowly. They both knew this secret could destroy them, or save them. That night, James couldn't sleep. He imagined the life he could give Lily, a better home, better school, no more struggle. But he also feared the risk. What if someone found out? What if that man in the black suit came back? He stared at the ceiling, knowing tomorrow could change everything. The next morning, when James arrived at the bank, something was wrong. Police cars surrounded the building. Yellow tape blocked the entrance. He froze. A guard told him, "There's been a robbery. Someone broke in last night." James' heart dropped. He rushed to the door, asking to speak to the manager, but the officers stopped him. "No one enters," one said. "This is a crime scene." Through the glass doors, James saw chaos. Investigators, flashing cameras, his colleagues whispering. And then, through the crowd, he saw something that made his blood run cold. The man in the black suit, lying on the ground, lifeless. Later that day, news spread. The man was part of an underground money laundering ring using the bank to hide millions behind secret compartments. The mirror James had discovered was just one of many. The bank was under investigation. Dozens of accounts frozen. But James remained silent. That night, as he walked home under the streetlights, something inside him changed. Weeks later, the bank closed temporarily. James lost his job, but not his secret. You see, the night before the police arrived, James had gone back. He had replaced the mirror again, but this time, the metallic box was gone. No one ever found it. Months later, he and his family disappeared quietly from their old neighborhood. Rumors spread that he'd moved abroad for a better opportunity. But those who knew James still remember the quiet janitor who once struggled to pay rent. And one day, was seen driving a brand new car with a smile that said it all. Sometimes, fate doesn't knock on your door, it hides behind a mirror. And for James, that reflection changed everything. This was based on a true story, the janitor who became a millionaire. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share it with your friends so more people can hear stories like this. Thank you for watching. Until next time.